explain the common fallacy that you're buying into when you're watching these shows such as Love and Hip Hop and Basketball Wives, some of these reality shows that show relationships. Notice how nearly every female is sitting there attacking and fighting one another over the man. Okay? They all believe that they are the wife or the wife material. And they're low-grade women, no, they're low-grade little girls in big girls' bodies, i.e. Evelyn Lozada, that did a lot of dirt, committed adultery with Tammy Roman's husband, an NBA player. You have Chrissy Monroe, who believes she's the second reincarnation of Marilyn Monroe, who, again, she was the mistress of Chink Santana, Hyattsville, Silver Spring, Washington, D.C., Bowie, Poolesville, Gaithersburg, Silver Spring, Chillum, Maryland, Greenbelt, Beltsville, Northwest, Southeast, Northeast, Southwest, Anacostia, Anacostia River. So I'm that born and bred DC white bitch because I was in love with the black man since birth. Not that I wanted to fuck every black man. I just found the black man to be beautiful. So once I found out DC was 79% black men, I went there immediately at 19 years old. My first encounter with a black man was in Poolesville, Maryland, with Robert Hamilton Jr., who occupied half the house with his parents. They were on one end, he was on the other. He currently works in the medical administration in Gaithersburg, Maryland. Though I haven't talked to him since 19 and I fucked up, even though he was going on dates when I was in college in North Carolina, he was going on dates with females. I went to his room, he broke my virginity, and, you know, we had a situation. Every time I would come to, Gaithersburg, he would, like, spend the weekend with me, you know, drive me to the metro to take the subway back to DC to my internship. And I caught feelings when I seen the picture with him with a more beautiful woman than me. And I started doing, while I didn't have sex with nobody, I started doing, like, stupid shit, fucking up. So once he found out I was a rap, and he never wanted shit to do with me. And that's fine, but I have to, you may cut off all your exes, but you have to understand there's a thing called soul ties. It makes you family. It makes you kin. So if part of the kin is fucked up in the head, or you keep fucking mentally unstable retards, it's gonna fuck up the family. So essentially, most people that you fucked, you may not fuck them again, but you took them inside your body. That was a spiritual connection. You had an orgasm. You have a Christ-like bond in some way. Though they're not your husband, you have to, at some level, care for that person, even though you may move on to another relationship. You have to still be a friend and a caretaker to your loved one, to your wounded. So your ex is now your brother. You feel me? So he was just trying to look out for you as a stupid little girl, like little girls need played. So you see how on Love and Hip Hop, they're competing to be the dude's wife, and sometimes he made them their wife, like Kimbella, Yandy. And see, the thing is, they've been stringing you along for years. Now, in the case of Papoose, he was in love with Remy. In the case of Nicki Minaj, I don't know about Nas if he was really in love with her, but if you study their pictures, queens match up to queens. If you want to talk about a pure physical connection aspect as to who looked the best together in Queens to Queens, when you see pictures of Nas and Nicki, that went together like bread and butter. And she fumbled it. And then Erica Bana went on to hem up Safari with all those kids. She doesn't give a fuck about those kids. Meanwhile, her first husband that she had the kids with, she didn't raise her son by Raul, Terror Squad affiliate. He passed away. Then you have the sad situation with Olivia Longot, whom my baby Yaya, who I've tatted right here through Banks, through a cross, you know what I'm saying, to protect their lives as they held me down. Again, this is not about collecting a New York rapper's nut. This is about collective mindset. You know what I'm saying? Collective mindset. It's not even about $1, but I will retrieve my clients' funds, and I will get them their money and provide them strategies and ideas and advice and a meeting of the minds as to how they can continue their craft. Because if somebody really fucks with you and they're your friend, they're gonna give you motivation and love. They're going to motivate you every day to get up, and you're going to think of them, and you're going to think of your craft, and you're going to be inspired. You're going to be inspired to create more and more and more. It's like you work in perfect unison, in sync. You're in sync. You know what I'm saying? So, Olivia Long got one of the $4 million MAC makeup account. I'm going to tell you, there's a lady across the street at Monument Square Apartments. She looks like, I keep running into lookalikes. This has been happening for many, many years. Like, I just, messed around. I didn't have sex with a G Herbo lookalike. Gorgeous. Work for CDTA. I mean, motherfucking gorgeous. But know that if somebody is granted an opportunity, they are licking on Lloyd Banks and Tony Yayo's names. I mean, it's not even like gay shit. I'm just trying to say they are like, they're fucking with Lloyd Banks and Tony Yayo's bitch. But anyways, I didn't have sex or nothing, but he was gorgeous. G Herbo's, counterpart looks exactly like Herbo. Exactly. So I'm gonna tell you, was I taken? Oh, was I motherfucking taken? He could have had this shit, but once he's off the break, kept blocking his number, and days passed, I didn't hear from him. 6 days after the 4th or 5th day, I blocked him immediately. I blocked any number with the ability to block me, to call me blocked. So it's a wrap. And it's all good. I have love for him, but I don't know him. He's just physically it, and he's from somewhere in New York City. But at least he had the decency to give me to kiss me on my mouth. Unlike the last one 2 years ago, the one in from Harlem that is the Jewel's lookalike that would not kiss me on my mouth and extorted me for a $300 hotel room the last time I went to Manhattan. And after he got his rocks off and didn't do me no favors and collected that $300 hotel room and shit, I had the audacity to ask me for $20 gas money. So he's grimy. He'll never, ever, ever touch this. And that was a mistake, but it happened once in 15 years. So anyways, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Y'all bitches are all in the same category. Not unless you're a wife. And really, if you're a wife, you don't need no extravagant wedding with a dress and all that shit. You can just go to the fucking Justice of the Peace in Manhattan and just say your fucking vows in nice threads. You know, less is more, hon. Less is more.